afternoon. We're here just outside of Ulston, right on the border between Cumbria and Northumberland, and we're going to visit Ayle Colliery with our local history society. This mine originally started on the Cumbrian side, just here behind me, but later on it was moved over as more coal was found on the Northumbrian side, and now a huge underground cavern stretches under there. We're going to stay above ground today and have a look and learn about the mine workings and see what happens as the coal comes through, all of the equipment that's used and so on and so forth. This was part of a line of mines. There was also lead mining up here and many other things. Limestone quarrying also took place on Ayle before they found the coal. But there's also a couple of mines. So there's Clargill, which is just a couple of 100 yards up there, Ayle here, and Ayle Colliery, which was a little bit further along, a little bit smaller, that one. But they've all closed now, apart from Ayle, which is the last working colliery in England. So let's go.
Ayle Colliery is the last working coal mine in England, producing coal from an 18-inch seam. Although the mine has existed here on a smaller scale for likely hundreds of years and a small site developed in the 1930s, it became more popular in the 1960s. Anthracite coal is around 95% carbon, being the purest and most energy-dense form of coal. It burns cleanly and was required to comply with the new clean air regulations.
Following the decline of British coal mining, and now as the last working coal mine in England, as you can imagine, there's a lot of redundant mining kit and new equipment is impossible to come by. In days gone by, pit engineers would turn their hand to anything, repairing one bit of kit using parts from another. This vital skill still continues here today, with a parts store for spares or repairs gathered from former mines around the country. This includes picks, diggers, coal cutters, rails and tubs.
To see coal extraction here, check out the YouTube channel The Last Pit. Locos used here are battery operated and sourced from other projects. For example, this loco is from the building of the Elizabeth line. Coal is hauled up in tubs from the coal face, then separated from the stone spoil and tipped into the room below. Here a series of screens separate the coal by size and it's checked for remaining lumps of stone. Lastly, the coal is moved to the plant and washed to remove stone dust before dropping through to the hoppers in the yard below. The spoil from mining coal is tipped outside and can be reused as infill underground to shore up tunnels and for other uses around the site, such as the site tracks.
As well as coal storage, the yard houses the modern mine office, repair shop and shower facilities. Coal is stored in hoppers, bagged up and loaded here before being transported to its final destination. The smaller grains and beans have a longer life and greater heat output and are used in gravity-fed boilers. The large and double size are used in house fires, stoves and cookers. These are still popular in this remote rural area where many houses are not on the gas grid and often face power cuts in winter. Remains from previous limestone quarrying can also be seen here. Beyond the main site, you can see the original site of the mine and later processing plant on the Cumbria side of Aylburn. Today there's little here apart from cutting machines to tell of its history. Higher up on the hillside there is the ventilation shaft, which is a second entrance to the mine tunnels and provides miners with fresh air, and a second parts area overlooking the main mine.
With thanks to Cohenwood, Featherstone and Lamley History Group and Ayle Colliery for this tour. You can see more of Ayle Colliery's history and underground workings on their website and YouTube channel, The Last Pit.